Okay, we're going to solve for x and there's two inequality signs, one on the left and one on the right. This is 2 less than x plus 6 less than or equal to 13. And how this will be read is that x plus 6 is between 2 and 13, including 13. Now, what we do is we solve for x in the middle. So we have a x plus 6. We're going to remove the plus 6 by subtracting 6 from all three sides. And so different signs subtract, so we get a 4. Bigger sign wins, which is negative 4. The less than comes down. The x comes down. This turns into 0. The inequality comes down, so we have less than or equal to. And different signs subtract, and so we're going to have 7. So this means that x is between negative 4 and 7, including 7. Now, the graph of this would look like this. This would be an open circle at negative 4 and a closed circle at 7, and then it'll be able to line the segment here. So all the numbers between negative 4 and 7, including 7. Now, the interval notation would be, on the left side, you would have negative 4 with a parenthesis because there's no equal. On the right side, you would have a 7 with a bracket because it's closed. And then comma in between, that means all the numbers in between. Let's take a look at number 2. We have 4 less than or equal to 2x minus 8 is less than 10. Here we want to isolate x in the middle, and we have a subtracting 8 and a multiplying 2. First, we're going to get rid of the subtracting 8 by placing an adding 8 here. And what you do on one side, you do on all sides. So on the left and on the right, we'll do an adding 8. So same signs add, we get 12, and it'll be a positive 12. The inequality comes down, which is less than or equal to. The 2x comes down, which is 2x. The 8s turn to 0. The inequality here comes down, which is a less than. And same signs add, we get 18. Now, further, to get x by itself, we're going to divide by 2. So I'll have to divide by 2 here in the middle. And whatever I do to the middle, I do to the other ends. So this gets divided by 2, and this gets divided by 2. We end up with 6 is less than or equal to 1x less than 9. Now, the graph of this will be a line segment closed at 6 but open at 9. And then the interval notation will be, on the left side we'll have 6 with the bracket. On the right side we'll have a 9 in a parenthesis and in between a comma. So all the numbers between 6 and 9, including 6. Okay, number 3. Let's take a look at this. We have a 1 less than x minus 5 all over 2 is less than 3. Now, what we'll do for this, we have a dividing 2 and a subtracting 5. Okay, the dividing 2 is overall, so we're going to use a multiplying 2 to get rid of the dividing 2. So let's just write this twice so you can actually see the action. X minus 5 over 2 less than 3. And so I'm going to put a multiplying 2 here. Multiplying 2 here, and I'm multiplying 2 there. So what we'll end up with is 1 times 2 is 2 less than. The multiplying 2 and dividing 2 cancel, and we end up with x minus 5. And I'll be less than 3 times 2, which is 6. Now we want to remove the subtracting 5 by using an adding 5 here, and that'll cancel it. What you do to one side, you do to all sides. So the left and then to the right, we'll add 5. We'll end up with same signs add, 7 less than, x comes down, these cancel, and then less than, these same signs add, we get 11. So x is between 7 and 11. The graph of that will be a line segment with open circles at both ends and that'll be 7 and 11. The set notation will be 7 on the left with a parenthesis, 11 on the right with a parenthesis, and then a comma in between.